Will home prices drop? Do we expect a housing crash? That's what the discussion for today's video is about. Hello, welcome to SC Coastal Living. My name is Jackie Carroll. If you like this kind of information, feel free to click the like button and subscribe. Thanks. Each slide will have a special data source in the lower right-hand corner. Some people think we are in a housing bubble and they should wait to purchase. Let's start by answering the question why we are not in a housing bubble. This chart shows home values going all the way back to World War II. We had a housing boom back then. Many GIs came home from the war, and the GI Bill provided an education for them and a way to buy homes. Since then, until today, we've only had one time in the country where homes lost significant value, and that was in 2008. There are two reasons this happened. First, loose lending standards. No job, no verification, so you know how that ended. The second reason was cash out refinances. People took the equity they had and cashed it out and bought vacations and lifestyle items such as boats and jet skis. The market is very different now. Let's look at this chart. When COVID hit, we expected to see an increase in foreclosures. Many people lost their jobs, and we expected to see an increase in foreclosures and forbearances. However, some were in forbearance and were able to weather the storm in housing payments. Forbearance numbers continue to edge downward. As of April 2022, there are 690,000 loans in forbearance. 92% of those who entered forbearance have come out. As of March 31st, 2022, 37%, the green area, were paid in full. Those are the people who took forbearance as an insurance because they didn't know what was going to happen. 44.6%, the blue, they either did a workout plan with the bank or had a change with rates and terms or a deferral. 4 out of 5 people either went through modification or paid it off. 18% are still in some type of trouble. However, they have no mitigation plans, probably because they have options. If they were negatively affected by the pandemic, their homes have appreciated, making it a great time to sell and pay the debt, and possibly have money in their pocket after the sale. We've learned from history that prices can fall. The more important question is if it's going to happen now, and that's hard to say. Let's look at this chart. In 2008, loose lending standards drive the housing crisis, and let's look at where we are today. The bottom line is lending standards are nothing like they were in the early 2000s. The brown section, it represents borrower risk. Remember, the standards are tighter now than they were in the early 2000s. The red section is product risk that existed in the early 2000s and is gone now. In other words, your job and income are all verified. Foreclosure activity is at an all-time low. This chart shows the difference between then and now. Back during the housing crisis of 2008, it was shaded in red, over 9 million people went through foreclosure. If you have a highly qualified borrower or a better qualified borrower, you are going to see less defaults, and that's exactly what we are seeing. That certainly is not going to play into a crash. Will home prices fall? No experts are calling for home prices to fall this year. According to the data, we're expecting a 9% average home equity increase in 2022. Looking at this chart, you can see a 5-year expected home equity growth. And also, there's an example. If you purchase a home of $360,000 in 2022, you can expect a home equity growth of $96,342. Thanks for listening.